What's up, guys? It's Mad Cat Moto. This video is going to be the compilation I said I would upload of all of the TikTok videos I posted about the progression of the Road King. It's almost all together right now. Coming in the mail this week, I have a new fuel pump, new clutch cable, and shift linkage. So those should be here. Unfortunately, though, I'm leaving for the field tomorrow, so I will not be able to do any progress to the bike this week or for the next couple weeks. But, you know, I wasn't even able to really work on it today. I do have to throw some stuff back on, but I'm going to wait until leave. I put in some time for leave, so hopefully that gets approved and I can spend like a week or so finishing the bike and being able to crank it over. But yeah, this video is going to be a bunch of TikTok clips put together kind of in order to show you the progress that I've made so far on the bike. And if you like it, give me a subscribe, a like, and a follow on TikTok at MadCatMoto. I'd really appreciate it. So here it is.
That's right, boys. Fucking Harley Davidson is back.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Danny here with Mad Cat Motorcycle Adventures. I just want to start off by introducing myself to you and you to the channel. I was starting this channel originally to showcase some rides I had coming up. I'm in Central Texas, and I was planning to ride out towards the Grand Canyon, ride out east, west, north, everything on the weekends, do some documentation. So I recently moved to Texas, and doing so I picked up a new to me bike, 2002 Road King. Hell of a deal. So usually when buying a really good deal bike or a cheaper motorcycle, you come into contact with things that were either known to the seller or unknown and just laying dormant. Upon buying the bike, it had a bad oil pump. So I replaced the oil pump, did the seals, did the cam chain tensioners and everything, like checked everything over, it seemed good, fired it up. It had a weird noise. All right, I'll just put it that way. Noise kind of dumbed down, which is now looking at it surprising. It dumbed down, so I took it up the road to the gas station because I was going to use the air pump to pump up the air ride suspension. Not a big fan of that, but it came on the bike. Budget building right now, so you know, is what it is. On the 2-mile ride out, cut off on me. Flashing oil lights, cut off. So I figured, man, I screwed up on a simple oil pump install. And towed it back, took it all apart. Couldn't find anything wrong. So I decided, you know, take the jugs off, take a look in there. And that's actually where I found this little guy right here. Now, you don't really have to be subject matter expert on motorcycles or engines and everything to realize that opening your front head, finding this is not best case scenario. It's not worst case scenario. It's pretty damn close to it. So now me starting this channel is going to take an alternate journey. It's going to be me repairing this bike. I don't have a lot of time. I work a lot. The job I have doesn't really give me time off except for twice a year. And I can't just call in and say I'm taking a long weekend. That doesn't really work in the industry that I work in. That being said, I'm planning to get some parts on order when I get the money together and take you guys along for the journey. I know this has been a super long intro. I hope you do stick with me. I'm planning on taking some fun trips and just doing some fun shit. So thanks for checking me out, and welcome to Mad Cat Motorcycle Adventures.
I think I found the problem.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Mad Cat. Right now it's Friday afternoon and I finally have some time to work on the bike. My goal for tonight, tomorrow, is to keep pulling the bike apart. So I've got the motor somewhat, as you can see, a little bit taken down. But I'm actually going to take off the front end and back end, put that in the other storage area, and then from there have the frame somewhat more movable. I don't have a lot of space to work in, so I'm gonna try to slim down what's going on. Eventually, hopefully Sunday, I can have the motor pulled. I know for some people this is like a few beer activity. For me, I don't have the tools and everything always at my disposal. But for right now, I'm gonna start by taking off the front end, and I'll update how that's going in a little bit. How's it going? Just a quick update here. I in fact changed course. It did not try to get the front end off. I mean, I tried, but I haven't pulled it off yet. So here's where I'm currently at, right? I done fucked it all up. But we're still rolling with it, all right? So it's my motor. It's a big twin cam right there. I just gotta unplug this cable. We're vibing with it. That's what it is. I'm gonna get this fucker running. All right, so here's where I'm at right now. Got everything almost all the way taken apart. My little shop is a mess, so I'm gonna spend the next couple hours just cleaning everything up. But these were all the things I was able to fish out without completely even splitting it. There's that. One of the issues that I think I'm gonna have, besides this whole entire rebuild, see if I can even get this on camera. There's some scarring up here, and I mean that's probably one of the least of my worries right now, but just finding all those small things in there was a success to get it this far. But right now, as you can tell, my workshop is super small, so it doesn't take a lot to get this thing all dirty. So I'm gonna take a break and clean everything up. Luckily, I do have a little TV in here, so it's not that bad. All right, I'll keep you updated. How's it going, guys? It's Mad Cat. Quick weekend update. I don't write a script for these, so this is like the 90th one that I've tried to make. Essentially, due to financial constraints, I was not able to advance where I am on the bike. However, everything has been pulled apart, double checked, and doing so, I've realized the things I can use and I can't use. Essentially, I can just use the transmission. That's about it. And obviously like the primary and all that other shit. But from the crank up on the motor, it's pretty ate up. So I'm gonna try to sell off that 96 to someone that has the know-how, the funds, and the time to bore it out, build themselves a solid motor, and just do what they can where I can't. So that being said, the plan is to buy some pull-off 88 parts and build a solid 88, you know, updated cams, smart fuel system, just something that makes sense, good intake, chain conversion, Already had the primary pulled off, so it's not going to be a fucking pain in the ass. That being said, I really do appreciate the people that have been leaving comments on my videos and watching. It means a lot to me that you guys would take that time. Thanks for the support. I'll keep you guys updated. I am planning to do some paint work on the tank, the frame, and in the fenders, so I'll be documenting that. Everything's going to be done in-house because I can't afford otherwise, and it's also great to build those skills. They're just great things to do. Thanks again for checking in, and hopefully next time I'll have a bigger, better update. Thanks so much. What's up, guys? It is Mad Cat Moto doing a real quick weekend update because I actually got some fucking shit done today. I spent over 7 hours in traffic, round trip, and apparently every single construction zone in the state of Texas, they all fucking lined up for me just to sit in all day. So super thankful for that. That being said, which apparently I say a lot in my videos, it is what it is. I picked up a fucking absolutely molested 2008 Dyna. Excuse me, the beers are talking. With a 103 and a fucking 6-speed in it. This thing is beat to shit. It's fucking ugly, and it's gonna take work, but nothing good comes easy, and I want my fucking Road King to be easy. So this is a huge step for me. I was able to sell off enough parts to kind of fucking fund this. So here's what we're looking at. It's dark as shit. Backed it in through a bush trying to unload it. It's got no fucking brakes. Opened up the primary shit because it was halfway loose. Discovered all this spot rust, so that's going to be a fucking issue coming through. Whatever. As far as I can tell, I mean, it's better than my fucking blown motor. So I'm going to do what I can with what I have, and what I have is going to take all I can to fucking do what I need to do with what I have, or however the fuck that saying goes. But I will be updating more this weekend. I'm exhausted. Fucking tomorrow morning I'm gonna pull that motor out, put it on the table, tear it down, and just see how it goes. Thanks for checking me out. I am Mad Cat Moto, and check out what I'm gonna be posting. Peace. How's it going, guys? It is Mad Cat. Quick update here on removing the Dyna motor. Normally these things are pretty easy. I cannot get this fucking compensator nut off. It's all pretty corroded, but still I don't understand. I don't have a big electrical impact. I've got like battery powered. That didn't work, so the breaker bar obviously is my next choice. I am putting so much force on the breaker bar that it's like picking the fucking bike off the ground. So I have to stand on the bike and pull up, and it's not moving. So right now I'm doing a little torch work, hoping that works. People told me not to torch there before, but right now I know most of these parts are a loss. I don't really give a fuck. I don't understand why I couldn't torch it, but here's the current situation. I just want to get this motor out. Never really had this much difficulty pulling a motor, but it is what it is. Fuck what you heard. I done did it. I done made a way. Danny fucking Davidson, Mad Cat Moto. Fuck what you heard. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Mad Cat with a weekend update. It is fucking Sunday morning, and yesterday I got a lot of shit done. Tore down the new motor completely, and everything looks really fucking good. Pretty happy about that, because it could have just been like a shit show going through there. Everything looks real good. As you can see, it's kind of just haphazardly thrown together. I gotta go through and re-clean some stuff up and actually put the fucking push rod covers back on. But one of the issues I realized when I was mocking it up to fit the frame is this is the like axle for the swing arm that goes through the transmission. This is from a Dyna, so it doesn't exactly fit what I need it to fit for the Road King. So tomorrow, probably not in the morning because I fucking work. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go to a machine shop and have them lathe this thing down for me to fit through there while still meeting the length and everything I need to mount up for the King. So that's the current update, and I'll fill you in if anything else comes along. Hi guys, how's it going? It is Mad Cat Moto with a weekend update. It is Sunday. It's a beautiful day in Central Texas, overcast, a little rainy, not too hot. Even if it was, I'd still have to be out here getting stuff done, but I'm happy to have the weather like this. So where I'm at now, and where I left off last weekend, was that I pulled the motor from the parts bike, went through it, the motor, phenomenal. Ran into some issues mounting up the transmission. So here is the Dyna transmission, and some of the issues being, well, for starters, right here where the swing arm axle goes through doesn't fit. So I was like, I can get that machine down, have it fit, because I couldn't run the Dyna one because it wasn't long enough to run the swing arm from the Road King into that. So then I was like, well, I'll just run the Dyna swing arm. Can't do that either. It just doesn't quite link up without doing some fab work, and I don't really have the ability to do that right now yet. So by chance, the same dude that hit me up like an hour before I drove the 7.5 hours to pick up the Dyna, which is funny because I had cash for the bike. I didn't have enough for gas money, so I was like stressing out how the hell I was going to get there and back. It was like $200 in gas. That dude hit me up last minute, came by, bought some parts. So then as I was stressing with this whole transmission issue, that dude hits me up again and he goes, hey man, can I buy an exhaust? I said, yeah, I have a couple sets. He goes, oh, and by the way, do you want this 2003 Road King transmission housing, like the case? I said, yeah, of course. So me getting that has allowed me to fit the Road King inner primary, and I'll be able to like put the swing arm on appropriately. With the Dyna transmission, I could have found a way around like the mounting and everything. I could have eventually found a shop that was gonna throw my shit on a lathe and tune it down for me, but there was like a lot of little issues. I can't run a Road King inner primary on here because you can kind of see like the length here versus here. It doesn't really link up, and so you might be like, well, why don't you just run a Dyna inner primary? Running the Dyna inner primary puts the shift linkage in a weird spot to where I would also have to fab up some stuff to get essentially the right ergonomics for the foot controls, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted this as close to the Road King as I could get, because it has the inner primary for the Road King, has the hole up on the top for the shift linkage to run through. So, and then because of that, I can just run it straight and it sits right on top of my floorboards where it's supposed to, instead of doing a bunch of mock-up and fab work, which I'm struggling enough to turn wrenches, let alone create stuff. So it was a huge blessing to have that come my way. And then currently right now, I am pulling this apart. You can see there's some water mixed in with that. But from what I can see, shining lights down there, looking at everything, it doesn't look that bad. I got the race off, and I'll post a video on how I did that without the correct tool and without cutting it. But yeah, thanks for tapping in. I know this was a long one. I'm gonna update more throughout the day. Once again, I'm Mad Cat Moto. Thanks for checking me out. Hey guys, how's it going? Mad Cat Moto. I wanted to show you my poor people way of getting the race off of the main shaft without cutting it. Probably a million other ways to do this. I actually ordered the tool, but it wasn't gonna be here for a little while, and I wanted to get as much stuff done this weekend as I could. So I rigged up a tool. I am still going to be using the tool that comes in properly, but I made it happen, and I got the race off. So here, let me show you how I did this. Went across the street to Harbor Freight and picked this bad boy up. It's on sale today. I think I paid like 12, maybe 15 bucks for it. I knew it wasn't gonna fit depth-wise. Don't have a vise, so I drilled it into a column here in my carport. But the goal was to take the angle grinder and cut down on that so it would fit in behind the main shaft and the race. In doing so, I actually had a really janky setup with zip ties to keep it in place where I tightened everything down, and hot dog, that shit worked. So yeah. So yeah, don't let not having the right tools stop you. And the money, honestly, make do with what you got and get it done. I know smarter people than me did it in easier ways, and hell yeah for that too. All right, guys, it's finally time for the Mad Cat Moto household to get some shit done. Got all my transmission stuff laid out here. Had to do some custom cutting up through here on this trapdoor I got off the Dyna so that it would fit all my transmission. With this, everything looks like it seals up right. I know there's metal flakes. I'll be cleaning this off before I put it there. But yeah, today I finally got my Parts Giant gasket kit. Big fan of Parts Giant. I don't really use anything exclusively, but anytime I'm looking for something that won't cost me an arm and a leg, I go to Parts Giant. They have some really good branded stuff on there, and it's pretty affordable. Here's all my components. I've got the manual and my iPad. I avoid transmission work like the plague, but I really need to seal in and get this done. All right, guys, before I forget, I did want to share something I had to do. So I talked about it previously. This is my transmission trapdoor. This came off of a 2004 Dyna. Now, the Dyna had an extra bit here, but everything would link up to the case, except for over here, it had an extension, which really didn't interfere with anything unless you wanted to actually close the transmission and be able to attach the filler. So I ended up taking a bandsaw, trimming that down. It's actually not as rough as I thought it would look. Trimming that whole section down, hitting it with the file. It's pretty smooth so that we could link this up. Now, this project so far has been an amalgamation of parts. This is a 2003 Road King transmission case going on a 2004 88 cubic inch Dyna with 2002 transmission internals from a Road King. So, you know, we're going to do what we're going to do, and we're going to do it until it can't be done. So, thanks for checking this out. All right, so if you made it this far, I do want to thank you. I really appreciate you watching all the way through. Couple things, though. One, that was not a 2008 Dyna. That turned out to be 2004. And meaning it did not have the 103 in it. It had the 88, which super excited about anyway. You can see from the clips, any motor was better than the motor I had. Right now, as the bike sits, was similar to that last photo, but I have more and more parts coming in. I do need wheels still, and I need a seat. But I cleaned out the tank today. I'll upload a video on that whenever. I'm still getting ready for the field, so not really on my mind to go do that. But it's pretty close to running on its own power, like I said in the beginning. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, or if you watched all of it, I know it's a long one. I'd like to upload like 10-minute videos in the future to where they're not 20-something minutes long. But I feel like this is a good grasp for catching people up to speed with the process of me rebuilding the bike. But yeah, I'm Mad Cat Moto, and thanks for watching.